Elijah Crane had grown up knowing hunger the way other children knew lullabies, as something constant and humiliating that never quite went away, and on the night his life changed he was sitting alone in his childhood bedroom listening to rain hammer the rusted roof, whispering into the dark that he would give anything to escape the slow suffocation of poverty, anything at all, and the room answered him not with thunder but with warmth, a presence settling beside his desperation like a hand on his shoulder, and when sleep finally claimed him he dreamed of a woman standing at the edge of a moonlit river, her beauty unnaturally precise, her eyes deep and unblinking, who spoke his name as if she had always owned it and promised him wealth, power, and protection in exchange for loyalty, a promise sealed not with words but with a kiss that burned cold against his soul. And when Elijah woke the next morning the world had shifted just enough to feel wrong, the air heavy with jasmine. No flowers grew nearby, and by the end of the week he had been offered a job he did not apply for, followed by another, and another, opportunities stacking like steps beneath his feet, carrying him upward faster than reason could explain, money arriving in his accounts through investments he barely understood but somehow always chose correctly, instincts guiding him with surgical precision. And every success came paired with a dream where the woman returned, closer each time, her touch lingering longer, her voice more possessive, calling herself his wife and reminding him that marriage required faith. And as Elijah's wealth multiplied his isolation grew, friends falling away, relationships failing for reasons no one could articulate, until he met Miriam, whose warmth felt real in a way his dreams did not. And for a brief moment Elijah believed he could have both love and prosperity, but the dreams turned sharp and cruel, the spirit wife appearing furious, warning him that what was bound could not be shared, and soon Miriam began to wither, her health draining without diagnosis, while Elijah's fortune surged grotesquely, contracts closing the same day doctors delivered bad news, bonuses arriving the morning after Miriam collapsed, and when she finally died in her sleep Elijah understood the truth he had been avoiding, that his wealth was not being created but transferred, siphoned from life into luxury. And that night the spirit wife appeared not as a seductress, but as a queen, crowning him with a ring he could feel though it was not there, telling him sacrifice was proof of devotion, and from then on Elijah's life became a performance of obedience, rewarded with obscene riches and punished with sickness, hallucinations, and lost time whenever he resisted, his reflection aging faster than his body, his shadow lagging behind him like it belonged to someone else, pastors recoiling from him, spiritual healers refusing to touch him, one whispering that Elijah was already married on the other side, and as his empire grew so did the woman's presence, appearing in glass, in darkness, in silence, instructing him on what to say, who to destroy, where to invest, until Elijah realized his lifespan itself was the final commodity, each year burned brighter and shorter to fuel his success. And when he finally tried to destroy everything, giving away money, sabotaging deals, seeking confession, the world fought him, accidents undoing his efforts, generosity turning to disaster, rebellion feeding the same hunger he tried to starve, and the spirit wife revealed her true nature, not demon nor ghost but the embodiment of desire given form, the answer that comes when ambition is louder than conscience, explaining that she had not trapped him but fulfilled him, that men like him always called her eventually. And as Elijah's body weakened and his wealth reached heights that made it meaningless, he understood that poverty had never been his greatest fear, obscurity had been, and she had promised he would never be small again. And when his heart finally failed on a night lit by city lights he no longer needed, the papers called it a tragic end to a brilliant life, but somewhere beyond sight a bride reclaimed her husband, rich beyond measure, empty beyond repair, finally paying in full for everything he had ever asked for.